What's up YouTube? This is a G83 and I'm back to do another video. And in this video I want to be talking about a legend in the hip hop game, the greatest rapper of all time. A lot of fans can agree. One thing people can agree, they can agree Tupac Amaru Shakur, the greatest rapper in the history of rap, the greatest rapper of all time. I don't care what no one says, he's the greatest, he's the reason I love music. He's he's my hero. I really love Tupac. There's no one like Tupac. He was a thug poet. He spoke his mind. He spoke against Illuminati. He was speaking the truth, and he was taken too soon from this world. He was born June 7, 1971, and died September 6, 1996. And Tupac Amaru Shakur, he was a revolutionary. He was a Black Panther because his mom was a Black Panther, so he joined the Black Panther against the against other against the white people or KKKs who were racist against black people. And he really read. Tupac was a smart man. He wasn't just another rapper like all these other rappers. He was the biggest rapper in the history of rap. His impact in rap made more made more impact. He made more impact than anybody in the history of rap. He actually spent time reading books. He was knowledge. He was educated. Yeah, he was from the ghetto and he had a rough life, but he came from the ghetto. But still, he was smart. He knew how to read and write. He wasn't uneducated. He spent hours and hours reading books. He read a book of he read books of a guy named Makaveli, and he was really knowledgeable about it. And he had wisdom, and he knew his knowledge. He knew his history. He wasn't blind with society. He spoke his mind. He had a big mouth. He didn't care when no one thought about him. If you like him, you like him. If you don't, that's you. Cause Tupac, man, he will truly be missed. And I love Tupac. It's been 15 years since Tupac's death, back in nine, back in September 7th. Back in September, I believe September 7th, 1996, the day Tupac died. And Tupac will truly be missed, and he will always be in everyone's heart, because Tupac really revolutionized. He he made hip hop. He took hip hop to another level, and he made a lot of impact for the time that he was in, for the time that he was around. And some people could disagree that he's the greatest, but I don't care what no one says. He is the greatest rapper in the history of rap. He was a thug poet. He wrote poets. He wrote poems. He was really smart. I like his style. I like his music. I like everything he talked about. He was always standing up for women. Made a song called "Keep Your Head Up," which he dedicated to women that were getting treated like shit by their man, and women that they were having babies and the man would just leave them and they will have to raise their kids on their own, and getting abused by men, physically abused. And it's fucked up because women shouldn't have to go through that. But Tupac was telling women, keep your head up. If they can't understand you, just keep your head up. And Tupac, he made a lot of albums. He made about 13, 14 albums. And Tupac was in Death Row Records, a record label that made a lot of history. Record label that was big, known. Um, the owner of the record label was Suge Knight, which thanks to that piece of shit motherfucker, Suge Knight. He said Tupac to get killed by a guy named Orlando Anderson from the Cribs, which later on Orlando Anderson got killed. But I'm glad because Suge Knight is locked up now for setting on Tupac to get killed. Because Tupac was exposing the Illuminati for what it was, speaking the truth. And sometimes when these rappers speak the truth, they end up getting killed, and it's fucked up because you should be able to speak your mind, but he didn't care. He knew the consequences, but he still spoke his mind. And it's sad because because one of the greatest rappers of all time passed away back in '96, and it was a sad day when I saw on TV when I heard on when I heard and saw on TV that Tupac Shakur died 6 days later in the hospital. It's sad because Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time. He's my favorite rapper of all time. I really truly miss Tupac. And Tupac left a lot of memories, and he left a big impact in rap. He's the greatest rapper of all time, and to this day, people are still talking about this, and people are still saying that Tupac is alive. They saw him in Cuba and this and that, but the truth is, he's dead, man. I know we all wish he was alive, and we all wish he was still around, making albums and doing interviews and talking more about what he thinks about rap nowadays, what he thinks about Illuminati and all this crap. But it's not true. He's dead. He's resting in peace. We all do wish and want Tupac to be alive, but as much as we all wish he was here with us, he's in a better place now. He's in heaven, smiling down, looking at us and smiling down, because because he sees how much we talk about him and we never forget him. And to this day, I still bump his music. Because Tupac is the greatest, and I don't care what no one says. He would always be the greatest rapper of all time, dead or alive. Nobody will touch the legendary status of Tupac Shakur, Tupac Amaru Shakur. He's the greatest. And so Afeni Shakur, she brought to this world the greatest hip hop artist of all time. And for that we thank Afeni Shakur, a great mother, a revolutionary, a Black Panther. She stood up for her people, and we all miss Tupac. Tupac is truly a legend. I love a lot of his songs. I love Little Ghetto Child. Little Ghetto Child. I like Keep Your Head Up, Brita's Got a Baby, I Get Around, I Ain't Mad at You, Life Goes On. I love a lot of his songs. My favorite Tupac album of all time. There's so many and it's hard to choose, but if I have to go with one, I go with a double album, All Eyes on Me. It's my favorite Tupac album. Even though people say the truest album he ever did was Makaveli, the Seventh Day Theory, Illuminati. And Tupac is truly the greatest rapper of all time. I truly miss him a lot. Tupac spoke his mind, and if you didn't like what he was speaking, he didn't care. He was going to speak his mind, whether you like it or not. And there was a lot of people who didn't like Tupac because when you're famous and you're in the top of the world, people want to try to take you down and put you down and talk bad about you, say bad things about you, because they're envious of you, they're jealous because of your status, your career, where it's at, the fame you have, how much you're talked about. And Tupac had a lot of envies. People had a lot of envies of Tupac because Tupac was really the greatest of all time. He made a lot of money. Another reason why Suge Knight said Tupac would get killed, because Tupac was going to leave the industry and make his own record label, because he was tired of the Illuminati in the industry. The industry was crazy, but Tupac didn't get to leave in time before he died. Because if he would have left the industry in time, he probably still would have been alive to this day. And Tupac he was gonna make his own record label called Makaveli Records, but he didn't get to do his record label because because he died. And Tupac will always be missed, and people will never forget him. People to this day still jam to his music, and they see his videos on YouTube. And people could disagree that he's not the greatest, but he truly is. Hip hop's greatest rapper of all time. There'll never be another Tupac. Tupac will always be the best, no matter what, dead or alive. And you people out there gotta understand that he's dead. He's he's not coming back next year. There's not the Seventh Day theory bullshit people are saying. Oh, he's alive. If you're on YouTube, there's a lot of things that you do that you look up that make you think that it's understandable that he's alive. No, nothing you see on YouTube or you see nowhere on the internet could say that he's alive because he's dead. He's resting in peace. Tupac is not coming back alive. I know we all want him. We all wish he was alive, but that's not happening. He's dead. He's in a better place now. They can't hurt him. They can't throw things at him. They can't talk shit about him anymore. He was in a better place. It's been 15 years, and he's on the Source magazine again for like I don't know how many times. He's on the cover of Source magazine. 15th anniversary of Tupac Amaru Shakur, the greatest rapper of all time. I truly miss him, and always will miss him, and I will always pop his music and jam to his songs because I love Pac. There will never be another Pac. There's only one Tupac. He's the greatest. What more can be said about Tupac that hasn't already been said? I don't know what you guys think about Tupac, aka Tupac Amaru Shakur. Do you guys think he's the greatest rapper of all time? Because he was a true legend in the hip hop game. He's he was a dark poet. He was a revolutionary. He was a Black Panther. He will never be touched again. There will never be another rapper like Pac. The style, the way he spoke his mind, the way he did his thing on stage. And he was really passionate about women. How much he cared about women. How much he stood up for women. He was a good person. If you really get to meet Pac, which I never met Pac as a person, I only knew him as a rapper. But people that actually knew him as a person, they said that Pac was a great person. He had a great heart. He wasn't a piece of shit like all these other guys. He didn't abuse women. He didn't talk shit about women. He loved his mom. He stood up for his mom. He was really standing up for women. He had a good heart. He really truly had a great heart. And for that, we love Pac. We miss Pac. The greatest of all time. I don't care. And this is me talking about the greatest rapper of all time, Tupac Amaru Shakur. Tupac Amaru Shakur. What do you guys think? He's the greatest rapper of all time? To me, he's the greatest of all time. This is me talking about Tupac. It's been 15 years since Tupac died back in 1996, September 7th, 1996. But that's good that he's locked up now. He's in jail, rotting in jail. He's in a rotting jail, piece of shit. Hope when he dies, he goes to hell and rots in hell. He suffers, piece of shit. You took away the life of the greatest rapper of all time. If Tupac was still alive right now, he still would have been rapping probably. He probably would have had his own record label. He would have probably signed a lot of up and coming artists. Or he probably still would have been rapping and having his own record label, Makaveli Records. We will always truly miss Tupac, the greatest of all time. Nobody could be like Pac. We truly miss Tupac. I wish he was still around, but he's in a better place. So we should all just stop saying that Tupac's coming back alive, that we seen Tupac in Hawaii or we seen him in Cuba. Stop with all the nonsense. Stop with all the nonsense. He's dead. Let him rest in peace. Just jam to his music, watch his videos, hear his interviews on the internet. Do research about him if you don't know about him. Because I know my knowledge about Tupac. I know my history. And this is the G-Rod83 talking about my favorite rapper of all time, Tupac Amaru Shakur. We miss you, and we always will miss you. And I truly, truly, truly miss Pac. I wish he was alive, but he's not. He's dead, and we can't. And we all wish he was, because we miss him and we love him, and we can't stop thinking about Pac. But we all wish he was alive, because we don't.